Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Penguin Worldwide Reviews. I'm Chris.
And I'm Daniel. Wah.
All right, well, we just got back from watching the Fantastic Four First Steps. Daniel, why don't you give us a quick rundown of what that movie was all about?
All right, quick rundown. So, the movie starts off with a little bit of a recap, talking about the Fantastic Four and their kind of their upcoming to being heroes. Shows their impact on society and all the good things they've done. It's kind of made them like almost like celebrities in a way. So they're very open with what they do to the public. They get like little press conferences. Just kind of gives a little recap about their 4 years of being heroes.
Yeah.
And it all kind of comes to a quick. Sue and Richards are having a child, so that's a big big story piece right now. And then after that, the Silver Surfer comes to the planet Earth to warn everyone that Galactus is on its way, about to feast on the planet. So yeah, just kind of a messenger warning. And now they got to go to space, and they're gonna go meet Galactus to try and defend the planet. They go up there trying to find peace, trying to find a compromise. And basically Galactus is like, I'll spare your planet if you give me your child, because he analyzes or like sees it and is like expects it has godly powers, literally. So but they're like, no, that's our child. So now they got to go back to Earth and try to find out what to do, how they're gonna combat Galactus and prevent and save the planet.
That's it. You nailed it. All right, good job. All right, then. So in dealing with that story, we got some characters to talk about.
Yeah.
Start with Reed Richards.
Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he did okay. I know that there was some doubt in his casting because he didn't look like the role.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when it came time, he did a good enough job as Reed Richards. His whole character was like in this worry mentality. He's worried about the baby. He's worried about, all the pressure of like solving everything was on his shoulders.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, come on, think of
he's
something.
really got to do everything.
Yeah, so he's just sitting there worrying, and everyone's like, yeah, but you also got to be a father too.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a lot on his plate, and so he's just all like overwhelmed and worried. It's his whole like character arc.
Yeah, especially with them just analyzing the baby already, like even before knowing it could be having powers. They're like, are there any negative effects for them having the baby?
Right. Yeah. So
he's like stressed out the whole time. But I like this character. He'll always be the Mandalorian to me in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when he's wearing like an astronaut outfit and has like the helmet on.
He's worried about the child in that.
Just like another little baby father character.
Grogu.
Yeah. But I don't know. I didn't know about the casting at first, but it warmed up to me as it went on. I learned to just kind of accept it and appreciate it.
Yep. Then we had
Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm.
Sue Storm. Yeah, again with her, I kind of felt she was just about good enough. Like I didn't have any problems with her as a character. Let's see, she's kind of pretty, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
she has a unique
she
look.
Just has to look good, and she did that.
She did good. And then she did have like a huge role in this one, like fighting for her baby. It makes sense. And she's more like emotionally pleading with people, like the crowd, and
because it's her son, so she's not gonna give it up. But she knows that like the planet's gonna now be like, why not just sacrifice it?
Like it wasn't even a thought in her mind. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, but Reed Richards had to weigh the.
Even Reed was like, I kind of have to.
Like, I'm not going to do it, but I had to take it into consideration at least to think about. Yeah, that's it made sense, and I think she did all right. She's like one of the main heroes in this one. I think she steps up and really does her part big time.
Pretty much. We had Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch. A big new change in casting for sure.
Yeah, what did you think of him?
I think he nailed it. He had a different like attitude and personality from the other Human Torch. So I think it did really well. It kind of like humanized it, fit him into this group more. So yeah, he still had all the qualities. He's funny. He's He's horny all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like if you compare him to like Chris Evans' character, Chris Evans was way more hornier.
Yeah,
his fantastic Human Torch role, but yeah, I think this was like more mellowed out, but definitely he had that interest.
Yeah, and he's more like willing to work with them and not butting heads with anyone. So.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a big team player, and he cared about his sister.
Yeah. And he thirsted after the Silver Surfer.
Big time. He learned her language just to get in her silver pants.
Respect.
Yeah.
And then
it was his riz that helped change the tides of battle.
Yeah, hope to see more of that. We had Ebon Moz-Bakrach as Ben Grimm.
Close enough. Yeah, what'd you think of him?
It was good. He didn't get a whole lot of story in this one. He's just kind of like, especially compared to the other movies where he's kind of like an outcast here. Here's more just kind of like in the crowd. People like him. He doesn't seem like he's frustrated with who he is now or like what he's become.
Yeah, that's been a story arc in the other ones, like him dealing with being a monster.
Yeah.
A freak.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he's very kind of like, he's just cool. Like you
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know if he like hated this transformation
he
at
has
all.
his fans walking around and they're just like, yeah, do some, lift a car, and he's like, hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a lot more mellowed out in this movie, and again, it fits in with this group as well because I feel like if he was kind of like a grumpy kind of guy, it would kind of clash with them. But no, it worked well. But yeah, I don't think he got a lot of action scenes really. So yeah, that was kind of the only disappointment. They didn't utilize him more, but.
I mean, not much you could do.
It's hard to
Galactus anyway.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Just like punch him?
I mean, at least try.
Yeah.
And then we had Shala Ball, played by Julia Gardner, the Silver Surfer, which was a big change, making the Silver Surfer a female
and hot. No, she was alright.
Yeah.
She was alright. Yeah, her is the herald of demise for Galactus. I think the against like it goes against like what the fans wanted. I think because they wanted a guy male. So
why would they want that?
Because it's more
she
like
looks so cool.
Yeah, I think she did great, and I think for the role, like yeah, she's like sleek and fast and like
yeah, she's cool. Like really. Almost like overpowered in a sense, you'd think, but
yeah, I think if they had to fight her straight up, she would have been quite the challenge.
Kind of makes me wish they did have a couple like fight scenes with her, but
oh well. Yeah, give them a little more to shine with. Yeah, and then
I'll just we got Ralph Ineson as Galactus, which is more of just VA work,
right?
Which was done pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, it fit the character, that huge character. You need a good, deep, threatening voice.
Yeah, a godly voice and
like this. Dan, you're gonna give us a voice, a deep, booming voice.
Surrender your son.
Sick freak. All right.
And then we have a little honorable mention, Paul Walter Hauser as the Mole Man. Mole Man.
Yeah, I think they got him from the wrong movie lineup, but yeah.
So yeah, those are most of the main, pretty much all the main characters.
Right.
So yeah, what'd you overall we think about this movie?
Since you mentioned the Underminer, I think it's important to draw the correlation between that and like the Incredibles.
Oh,
like so much of the Incredibles is, well, I'm sure they ripped off the Fantastic Four to begin with, and now it feels like the Fantastic Four ripped off the Incredibles to get even. Like they're borrowing from each other's lore and whatnot. And
yeah, you'd really like overlay these movies, and there's a lot of the same beats and like
yeah, even with that like 50s or 60s aesthetic, it looks similar to like especially the Incredibles 2. They're driving around in all those old classic looking cars, but with like rockets on them. And it's like, what the hell? They combine like tech and the old school look together.
Yeah, it really did.
My wife said it reminded her of the Jetsons, and I was like, I kind of get that.
Yeah, there's like flying cars around sometimes.
Yeah, and they got robots like helping out. Or they did at least. I don't know if everyone has it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's where it left me. Kind of just, it reminded me a lot of that. And I don't know. I think the whole like plot line of the movie was slow.
Right. Because it all hinges over, protecting the baby basically, and like their plans to not surrender him. So.
Mm-hmm. And the trap did seem basic. It's like, we'll lure him over here with the baby.
Yeah.
And then we'll pull the baby away, and then we'll trap him in our little trap.
Yep. So
very like Scooby-Doo-ish.
Yeah.
And then things go wrong, and they have to figure it out from there.
Yeah, a lot of the movie, like, to me, it just felt like a montage movie.
And show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage.
Because it just shows many different they have different plans, and they spend all this time setting one up, and it's they have all the characters doing their own thing. You got Johnny Storm, who's like trying to interpret the Silver Surfer's like home language, like reading over and he does, but that's his like whole mission there. We got Reed, who's like figuring out all these algorithms and building these devices for their plan, and then you got the Thing, who's just kind of walking around like, hey, help out.
Hitting on some lady.
Yeah. Simping over this teacher.
Yeah.
And then you got Sue, who's just kind of there, like, hanging out with the baby, kind of offering emotional support. Actually, kind of supporting Johnny a lot. Mm-hmm. Giving him, like, giving him the time, not just kind of dismissing his plans. Mm-hmm. So... But yeah, it just feels like they're all doing that, and then it happens, and then it goes wrong, so they got to do another one, and the same kind of thing happens again. So it just feels like a montage movie.
Yeah, and I feel like all that build up for nothing.
Yeah. So they could have just used Force at the end of the day to stop everything. But
pretty much.
Yeah. Overall, it kind of felt pretty boring after probably the first chapter of the movie. Kind of got a little slow, got a little kind of I don't know, just kind of boring overall. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I felt as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but don't take our word for it.
Please don't.
What do we got IMDb saying?
Well, we got IMDb giving this one a 7.4. And I feel that's a little high for this movie. I don't agree with that at all. But what about Rotten Tomatoes for it?
Well, you're going to hate Rotten Tomatoes,
second
though.
and third for you. Uh-huh.
See, the critics score turned out to be an 86% out of 100.
Uh-huh.
And then the audience loved this movie, giving it a 92%. So overwhelmingly positive, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I wonder if this is going to be anyone's favorite movie, because it'd be hard to picture that, but...
And if it isn't, then these reviews are lying, because...
Oh, let's hear those reviews.
Let's see. We got Thelma Adams, a top Tomato Meter critic, saying, with the lowest common denominator of baby jokes, this fair to mess superhero movie features a gaggle of great actors working with their lowest gears, while Papa Pascal is on the verge of being 25's most overexposed star. Oh.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff lately, but...
It's kind of funny because I must just not watch that many movies. I haven't really seen this guy outside of...
Oh, dude, the kid's been in tons.
Man.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of like the Jack Black effect then.
They made a bunch of baby jokes, do you feel like?
Not really.
I didn't feel like overwhelmed by baby jokes. Like they have some moments,
There's some goofy comedy or jokes that they do, but that it kind of it's in superhero movies, so it's kind of a par for the course.
Used to that right now.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Aline Jones gave a negative review saying it seemed to me a little on the sleepy side as far as pacing and level of narrative excitement.
Agreed.
And then another complaint about Pedro Pascal.
Oh, no.
But yeah. That's kind of it goes on about it, like I wish he wasn't in everything.
Yeah, so hopefully they explore some more interesting things.
Right. Yeah, it leads. I'm open to more movies, especially with the post-credit scene. Kind of big.
Oh yeah, don't miss out on that post-credit scene.
Yeah,
at
least the first one. Yeah. Stay for that one. The second one you can leave. Watch it on YouTube. But yeah. Overall, that's about all we got.
It is. I'll just quickly do a box office review.
Oh, yes.
It made in its first debut weekend, it made $117 million. But then it dropped 66% the next week to $40 million. So there's a steep decline in like the interest in this movie.
Big fall off.
Yeah, maybe that's because it is a little boring, not worth the rewatch.
And it's Fantastic Four, probably nobody's like super favorite group of heroes. So
and their fans went for first week.
Yeah, exactly. The people that knew or liked it, went to see it, and everybody that kind of is like, I'll pass on it. They passed on it. So yeah.
Yes, and then I think it costs like $100 million to make. So I mean, it's gonna make its money back and end up making money for the studio. So
yeah, it wasn't a flop, which is important right now. So
yeah, it's not the hero they needed, but
yeah,
it's not.
Well, apparently to the audience on Tomato Meter, this was their salvation. But I bet if I asked them, like, "Hey, is this your favorite movie?" they'd say no.
Yeah, not even close in my opinion, but
yeah.
But those are our opinions and that's theirs. And if you have an opinion on this movie, make sure you leave that in the comments and you tell Daniel why you liked it.
Because I will listen.
Say, hey Daniel, I liked it because of this. Because maybe his mind could get changed. I'm kind of
try pretty hard.
Crump about this one. I don't think I could change it because I would not recommend it. And that's kind of where I end up. Like, would I recommend it? No. So. What about you?
Yeah, I was thinking it like I'm trying to think like would I even recommend it to like our parents because they liked the first one a little bit, but I don't know like
I could see like an
Superman. I wouldn't
people, older people liking it because it's not too much to.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. Maybe just them. But yeah, like I said, leave us some comments if you liked it. Tell us what we didn't see because it's kind of hard.
Yep. And that was Fantastic Four First Steps. I've been Chris.
I've been Daniel.